All right, and we're live.
Righty. So bullshido,
I guess we can introduce ourselves first
I guess. Yeah, it's
and our
our first time.
background.
Yes. Okay, okay. You first. You first.
All right. Well, my name is Patrick Hemingway. I'm a Shotokan karate practitioner with 5 years of experience. I think a couple of national tournaments. I won gold, 2018 intermediate division, and a few other local tournaments, but I don't really count those too much. All right, John.
Pretty impressive record, not gonna lie.
It's a
I don't think I'm gonna beat
no.
that.
You're it's a.
Uh,
Don't worry about it.
I got you. My name is Jonathan. Jonathan Mai. I'm a Taekwondo practitioner. 13 years of experience so far, and I'm teaching kids. And because of the lack of tournaments for Taekwondo in my area, I kind of just had to go across the United States to compete in sumo tournaments instead.
Jeez. So you got experience in sumo and taekwondo. There you go.
That's how
I
it
just
is.
got karate and a little bit of Muay. I steal stuff from everybody else that I just watch on YouTube.
That's also what I do.
I,
I
I,
kind of steal stuff from like
I
people that
steal
I go to.
taekwondo kicks. I steal Muay Thai roundhouse kicks. And knees. I do all that shit.
Yeah, man. You get
All
stuff
right.
from the internet to your own.
So we're gonna do 30 minutes here, and we're just gonna go over some topics about martial arts, basically, that
Okay.
we find intriguing. First one we're gonna start off with is
Shit, top of the list.
bullshido. Top of
Oh
our
boy.
top of our list right here. Oh, it's a big one. Oh,
What
it's a
even
big
is
one.
that? Like specifically, what is bullshido?
It's like all right. So bushido is like the. It's like your when you're like for samurai. It's like your way of fighting, kind of. I
Okay.
think that's bushido. Like your bushido is like
Mm.
you ever seen Naruto?
Yeah.
It's like your ninja way, basically,
Oh, okay, okay.
but for samurais. So they just made it bullshido.
My samurai way. Believe it.
Believe it. Dude, they should do a sam. Never mind. Anyway, bullshido. So have you ever had any experience with bullshido, John?
Shit, bullshido. I
Yeah,
know that I
because I
haven't been
have.
to a Mick dojo before, but I have been to
I've been to one
places where
very.
they talk shit about one of the dojos in Savannah.
Oh, have they? I mean,
Yeah,
dojos always talk shit about each other all the fucking time.
I know, but this one is like the butt end of it from like multiple dojos telling the same
Really?
shit.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. No, yeah, that happens too. There's always one black sheep in an area. What was
And
the name of that
apparently,
one?
it
It's
was
out 'em
called
out.
Birds Martial Arts.
Fucking birds.
Apparently, they're not traditional whatsoever, and they
Yeah,
offer like a multitude of programs like Taekwondo, Hapkido, and like some other pressure point stuff.
yeah,
And it sounds impressive on paper, but like
right.
everybody's shitting on the instructor there. He's like, dude, this guy's a bad guy. Like he runs red lights and like he flicks people off on like intersections and like, man's not bushido at all.
No, you're not a very disciplined person.
And then I found out that he was actually a student of my grandmaster, and he quit when he was like a blue belt. Then he
Dude,
left and
dude,
started his own thing.
dude, that's what happens. I feel like so much. It's like people don't even get their black belt in some of these like dojos, and they quit at like blue or purple or even like fucking green, and then they're just like, I quit because I was way better than that, and then they just give themselves a black belt and open up a martial arts studio and call themselves a fucking second degree black belt. It's like, dude, it's not how that works.
And apparently he preaches that, oh yeah, now Grandmaster Lee is like my Grandmaster, man, and he's like the best thing that's ever happened to me. And like that sounds good, but you're not
Yeah,
doing anything that he's teaching right now.
yeah, I know, right? My experience is just from tournaments and seeing these other people competing at the local tournaments, not the high level ones, but
Yeah,
like the open tournaments where like any style can come and any style does come, even the ones that people just make up on the fly over a weekend.
slap jitsu.
Yeah, and you like a big we call it sport karate, and you see these guys, they're the one doing all the hiya, isa, like shit, right?
Like Cobra Kai.
Uh, nah, cause Cobra Kai is more like they can actually fight in Cobra Kai.
Oh shit. If you can consider Cobra Kai to be actual like fighting, that means these guys that you're talking about are
Like they actually have like some kind of like it's like some type of practicality in Cobra Kai, you know. There's at least a little bit of it, but like these guys, they're just like, I mean the for like the weapons especially, it's like they for their bow staff. Like my bow staff probably weighs like fucking 10 pounds or some shit. It's a giant wooden stick that I'm whipping around, and it like
honestly, I
looks
feel like
and
that's
it
what a bow staff should be. Like
yeah,
a
and
giant
it
wooden
looks
stick.
light, so like you doesn't break on impact. And these guys are using like these thin twigs that are like that I could literally like you could snap it in half. Like they do snap in half a lot of the time at tournaments. I've seen them
Oh wow.
when they're using them, it'll just break in half because they just fucking whip it around too quickly or they use it too hard on like their body or something doing a strike and it just fucking snaps in half.
Wait, are you talking about the staffs that are made for tricks, or is it like those thin
So
wooden
it's the
sticks?
tricking staff, but they use it in practice too.
Oh my god, no.
Because we would use a heavy staff, and then if we wanted, like I've used the heavy staff in the open tournaments, just because I want to see how far I would get with it, and I would still place at least. I would still get like first, second, or third a lot of the time.
Solid.
But then, like I was like, you know what? Let's just see what I can do with. I'll just go to the light staff that I have. It's still way more solid than these trick staffs.
Yeah.
It's like it's insanely more solid. And then I would just fucking whip that thing, dude. And you would just hear like in the air, dude. Like how fast that thing would go. It was, and I was just like, yeah, these,
Dang.
these guys
I
are.
would go to see your tournaments, man.
Thanks, man. I mean, we wouldn't. The only
I'm
pro-
gonna. It's one to like, dang, dude, I know this guy. He's pretty good. And then it's another thing to go and watch like everybody else's garbage.
Yeah. No, we would like. Well, it would be. You get both of those. That's why kind of watching a tournament's fun because you could see all the people who like have the worst masters who didn't train them good and there's a brown belt somehow, and then you see people who are actually nasty, and you're like, oh yeah, I can't wait to see these two guys go at it, and see who wins, kind of thing.
I think the
So
only striking tournament that wasn't sumo that I went to was this National Karate Kung Fu Union one that was held in this middle school.
yeah,
And
they're
I went
usually
there
held
just
in
to,
schools,
yeah.
a lot of schools.
My master, he told me, yeah, just go in there. It's a point sparring match. I know you never done point sparring before, but like, just go in there and see what it's like.
Yeah.
But make sure you go in the black belt level. I'm like, but I've never done it before.
Oh god.
He was like, okay, it's fine, it's fine. So I went in there. The first match, I drew the short stick, and then I was pitted up against like the grand champion of last year.
Fuck. They
And I
give
was
you a
like,
bye on the first fight then?
nah,
It was
that was
just
like my
match
first
on
loss. I was
match.
like, I was out.
Oh wow. All right.
I stayed and watched a bit,
Yeah.
but the amount of foot fencing that you see, it's very
Oh,
similar to
it's
Olympic karate or Olympic like
yeah.
taekwondo. Bad.
It's kind of annoying. It's
Like,
like, dude, I could literally like push that leg over
yeah.
and sweep
The
you.
one of the rules was no like unsportsmanlike or like no unnecessary force. They said,
Yeah.
and so I
That's a
had
lot
to
of the
get
tournaments.
used to pulling everything. I was
Oh
like,
yeah, dude. Dude, I feel that I feel that a lot because there'd be some tournaments I didn't pull anything and I
yeah,
would just smash the guy and he would they would just go down, dude.
I'm
Like
just not used to
I was
tapping
like,
with my foot.
yeah, yeah. No, I mean, because we trained to just throw as much power in as you could,
Exactly.
and it was
It's
like,
like what Baki characters say. They always be like, "This is real martial arts." It made me
yeah,
laugh every time I
it
see
is
that
real.
shit.
It is real. Like you throw in as much power as you can, because it's like, you're trying to. I mean, still, I would pull back. Like I'm not
Yeah,
trying to kill the guy, so I'd use like 80% or 70%, probably around there. So that's usually like a good kind of like stopping point, and then they would still fucking fall, dude. Dude, it happened in nationals all the time. Like I made this one dude like fucking fall like four different times, and I barely hit him. I think it's like a soccer thing.
No,
when they just fall down and then pretend they got hurt, so like one of us gets the penalty,
no,
and then you're just fucked.
that's what you should do.
Dude, I was like, dude, I should do that if I ever. I mean, I'm not gonna compete at those karate tournaments anymore. I'll tell you that. I'm kind of done. Like
Yeah.
my
When it
karate
comes to
tournament
like,
career's over.
yeah, when it comes to like tournaments where it's either point sparring or they do multiple disciplines of like kung fu and karate together, I think I'm just gonna stick to doing the forms.
Yeah,
But full
yeah.
contact though,
If they ever
I
have a
would
full
go to
contact,
K1. I would
K1,
love to
yeah,
go to K1 or like a Kyokushin style tournament. Those are fun.
Kyokushin is pretty cool looking. Thing is, they don't kick the. Oh no, they don't punch the head, which is like, but you can kick the head. I feel like
Yeah,
that's more dangerous than
it's more
punching the head.
dangerous, but it definitely requires more skill.
Yeah, definitely. But it's like, still, let me punch you in the head, dude. But it's cool.
Or
It's cool
yeah,
stuff.
like there's an offshoot of Kyokushin called Kudo, and it's pretty good. The tournaments there are they look a lot like K1 stuff, but you're wearing a gi and like you're
Really?
wearing headgear. It's
Okay,
pretty good.
that's cool. Yeah, there's this tournament that does full contact karate and all that kind of stuff. It's called WMO. So my instructor used to go to it. He still goes to it. It's called World Martial Arts Organization, and they do full contact. They do K1, and they do full contact sparring. So they're just it's in England. So they don't give a fuck over there,
Ah, it's
dude.
in England.
Yeah,
God damn.
dude, they don't care over there, man. They're like little kids are doing full contact, like 8-year-old little kids.
You're
And
talking about WCL, founded by movie star and martial arts Chuck Norris.
no, no, no. What the hell? He founded a
Dude, I went to
tournament
Wikipedia.
organization. But no, dude, they're just like the parents are like, "Hey, fucking get him!" Like to the kids, man, over there. It's crazy shit. They go off in England, dude. They don't care. They're not like us. Like over here, they'd be like canceled in like an hour.
Cancel culture.
Yeah. But I
Maybe
think
we
that's
should
the
bring
only
that back.
bullshido I know I've seen, except like the big old masters. It's like, dude, you're a master, and he's like 400 pounds, and you're definitely not doing sumo, bro. I can tell you that much. So sumo guys are actually have some muscle on them.
Dude, sumo guys in America and sumo guys in Japan are two different animals, man.
How so?
Like over here, it's like amateur sumo, right? Over where Japan is like they call it pro, and
Yeah,
apparently pros are not allowed to participate in like tournaments here
that's
because they're
pro.
just it's just not fair to.
It's not fair.
Yeah,
Why? But guys bear gear over here. They're taller and
not like
stuff.
not like it's not that. It's like the guys are in Japan, right?
Yeah,
Apparently, sumo is like their entire life,
yeah,
so it would be extremely unfair for us who do it as a hobby to compete against guys that
yeah.
like have their whole livelihood based off of it,
Right, right.
and they come over here and like sweep the floor with us.
Yeah, yeah. Gotcha. That's what I was thinking. I was like, yeah, that makes sense. All right. What do you want to talk about next, Joan?
Ah, shit. What's
We got
next on the
we got
list?
20 minutes here.
Holy shit! I just saw this guy named Dynamo Jack. I forgot about that guy.
Yeah. This is the superhero guy who did
Oh yeah.
MMA.
No, 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 no. Dynamo. That's Phoenix Jones, right?
Yeah, it's Phoenix Jones.
But Dynamo Jack. If I look him up, there's
Oh,
a
is this a different
documentary.
guy?
Oh no, yeah, it's a different guy. Different guy.
Oh, gotcha.
I look him up. He's
I
the
thought that was like his
documentary
UFC
about
name.
him. Oh no. Let's see. There's no Wikipedia page about him, but there is an Everypedia page about him.
Everypedia. All right.
Okay, let's see what we got here. So, John Chang, known to many as Dynamo Jack, is a guru, and he mastered the practice of Qigong through years of practice
Qigong.
involving
It's
meditation,
a kung fu style,
isolation.
right?
Oh, yeah, yeah. It's like breathing techniques.
Yeah. Okay.
A lot of intense concentration in here.
So,
And,
who is this guy?
well, let's see. His early life, he was an advocate for Eastern medicine and holistic approaches to healing.
All
and he
right.
was able to create an electric current from his stomach.
Wow. Amazing. I can
So
create an
he's
electric
making
current from
film.
my heart. It's going right now.
Yeah, it's called biology. But apparently there was a film documentary where he was seen lighting a newspaper using energy created from his own body, emanating from his hand.
I call bullshit.
I don't know, man. It's like I'm not even sure when the documentary was made. I think it was early 2000s maybe. I don't know, but I'm not
Right.
sure if editing was that good back in like the Philippines.
It was in the Philippines, of course.
I think it was either that or Indonesia.
Yeah, they're similar kind of areas. My instructor's gonna
But
get pissed
yeah,
at me if I say that.
you're
He's
what?
he's Filipino. I mean,
I apologize
so
to
am
any
I.
Filipinos or Indonesians.
My dad is.
I apologize to your dad.
I know you don't have to. He's fine.
Yeah, fuck your dad.
Yeah, yeah, fuck him.
Anyway, let's see. I'm
So,
gonna see if I can
do you
find
believe
out
in
more.
that? The
Do I believe in
energy,
chi?
fire stuff? Chi. Well, I feel like chi is different. I feel
Uh,
like there's just different interpretations of that.
I know for a fact that stuff from Dragon Ball isn't real.
Yeah, no shit.
As much as I wanted it to be, like,
Dude,
god
same.
damn,
Same though.
I wanna
I have
I wanna
Vegeta as
practice
my
my.
home screen on my computer right now.
If like Dragon Ball isn't real, man, I'll settle for Baki.
Baki, I still haven't seen that show.
It's
I
good.
saw the first episode and I was like, this just feels like every other anime. I don't
It's
really want to
insane,
watch it.
man. People break their ribs and they unlock like new martial arts techniques.
What the fuck? All right.
Yeah. If the power of imagination is strong enough, then you can
You can break your
change
rib.
your body into like whips or water.
That's so crazy. It's like Naruto shit.
It's all in the head, man.
Yeah. Yeah, I think Chi, who we talked about in my dojo, my instructor's like, yeah, basically, it's like just breathing. That was his interpretation of it. It's like you're
Yeah,
breathing. That's where you get your power from, is your breathing. So
yeah. I
if you
don't.
hold your breath in, you're not gonna have any power. But if you breathe
Yeah,
in and then breathe out as you're striking, which is what everybody does who's in a combat sport, like the
yeah.
boxers even do it too. It's like like all that shit. Even though they just constantly breathe out, I've never seen them breathe in.
I feel like there is breathing techniques
There's
and grappling stuff too.
power. Yeah, you gotta stay relaxed when you're grappling. Get out
I
of
was
some of
never
those
taught
holds, man.
any. Yeah, I was never taught any breathing stuff when I was wrestling in high school. I kind of just like ate
No.
shit my first year.
Oh Jesus. Yeah, a big thing honestly in our dojo was breathing, so that we
Yeah,
could generate like power, like good enough for our statures, pretty much.
there
So
was a
I
bit
feel
of
like that's
breathing
what
stuff when
chi
I did
is.
sumo. Oh yeah,
It's a
she
big
she's
thing
from.
in Asian martial arts,
Mm-hmm.
Eastern martial arts, I should say. Like the whole breathing to like make it your martial arts better, which honestly should be taught in like Western martial arts too.
Yeah, Western martial arts like boxing and stuff like
Yeah,
that, right?
I've heard
I don't know.
talked
I
about a
feel
little
like
bit in boxing, but not going
yeah,
over
just like
good
do
enough.
short exhales when you punch.
Yeah, I mean it's even factual even when you're lifting, dude. Like you're not gonna be able to lift. You're not gonna be able to bench 200 pounds if you're holding your breath in. You know what I mean? It's just obvious stuff that it's not really put together all the time.
Speaking of that, I feel like there is an important topic that we should cover. Um, weightlifting.
Oh yeah, sure.
So I feel
Weightlifting
like
with martial arts or just weightlifting in
I think
general?
I think both lifting and lifting in mass for martial arts.
Yeah. So basically, I mean, do you want to go ahead? I don't want to talk too much. Let you talk some.
So basically, like I feel like people who lift and do martial arts are at a significant advantage over people who just dedicate their lives to just martial arts. You
All
know,
right. I'm in agreement.
so like most, if not all, arts that we practice are like involving body stuff. You know,
Right. Body weight.
and lifting is honing that body
Yeah.
If you get mass, that's more of your body that you can use.
It's more power. Yeah.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
like sumo is a prime example,
Right.
and there's a reason why martial arts has like weight classes in like combat sports and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Feel like an active amount of mass that you can use, not just like flab and like, but like actual like
Yeah.
muscle
Right.
would be pretty good. Even if you're not conditioned, like I would rather not take a punch from a 250-pound Ronnie Coleman.
Gorilla.
I would rather take a punch from like hell. I'll take a punch from Bruce Lee, honestly.
Yeah. Right. I feel like it still hurt,
Yeah, it still
even
hurt,
though
but
he was
like
140 or something like that.
I think 100. I think his heaviest was 150.
That makes sense. Maybe for those movies where he had like fucking like a
Wings for
giant
lats.
wing span. Yeah.
I mean, it's fucking
Well,
crazy.
if you, this is what I realized in my training from my instructor is that he wasn't even a very like scholarly guy, but he always said this. He's like, it's like fucking Newton. One of Newton's laws, pretty much, is force equals mass times acceleration, and that applies to literally anything. So
Yeah,
the faster you kick, the more force you're gonna have, times your mass, right? The
yeah,
more mass you have, with your acceleration, which is how fast you're throwing your kick or your punch, the more force it's gonna have, right? But there's like a fine balance, you know. So if you have more mass, your acceleration, your speed's gonna go down.
yeah.
Like there's a tipping point. It won't do it immediately, but I feel like there is a tipping point based on how tall you are and stuff like that, and how
I
like
don't
just
think there's
genetics.
yeah, I don't think there's like as big of a difference that a mass and speed could have over the overall damage that you can deal. Because I did an experiment where I was like, I think when I was boxing
Right.
or when I was going to compete in amateur boxing, I was at an all-time weight of like 137, right?
Yeah.
And then when I punched this punching machine, I think I went to 780 something on the punching machine,
Right.
right? And then I didn't train core at all after I quit boxing and blah blah blah. But I just got a lot of mass for sumo wrestling. I did the same punch and I got to like high 800s
Yeah, that's pretty good.
from like
Yeah, you got mass though, right?
yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, you'll definitely feel like whoever's on the other end of that punch, the more weight you have, is gonna definitely feel it. So, but I have like when I've gone up in weight, I've felt slower. Not too much. Like it's not
Yeah.
even really noticeable really for the other person, but it's like a slightly noticeable for me. Where I'm like
But now I'm
I'm just
just
a little
thinking like,
slower.
bro, if you were a giant tank
Yeah.
and you're like conditioned and you had like mass
Yeah. You have to get used
unstoppable.
to that mass. You have to do cardio and keep that mass
Yeah,
to
you
like
gotta
get
eat a
that
lot.
speed back.
Like
Yeah.
right now, I'm eating enough for a small Asian family,
Dude,
but now I'm trying to
dude,
get enough for two small Asian
dude,
families.
dude, I've been there. I'm still there. So yeah, that's my opinion on like force, like generating more power basically, because like force equals power for me basically. Talking about how much power you can deal on these machine,
Contrary to what
on
people
these
think,
people.
it's like when you're
It's like
fighting and
applying
you're
science.
striking. Yeah, it is science. Like
Yeah,
fighting is a science. Martial arts
yeah,
is a science. It's not just like a cult culture.
yeah, right. We're not just
Like we're
praising
not.
fucking the ancient dragons of old over here.
Oh man, that'd be cool though
That would be
if they
cool.
were real.
Let's bring Shenron back. 2022.
Maybe the real wish was the friends we made along the way.
Yeah, right. But also for like, I will say this: weightlifting and doing martial arts at the same time, you do have an advantage just because you're gaining like you're more muscular and you're gaining mass and you're probably faster to be honest if you're doing like explosive like weight
I feel like
training.
if you do it right,
Yeah, if you do it right. If you don't do it right, like there's people that don't do it right, of course.
there
But
are going to be
if you're
yeah,
doing
there's
like explosive, like if you're doing deadlifts and doing martial arts, I feel like you definitely have an advantage. But the hard part is it's like martial arts is basically all hit training,
yeah.
high intensity interval training, and you're burning calories like a fucking train engine. So if you want to bulk and do martial arts and then add weightlifting, which burns a little bit of calories, you're like just eating. You're basically like you said, eating for two small Asian families.
I can say
It's a
that
lot
because
of
I
fucking
am
calories.
Asian. I gotta put that out there, like guys, I'm Asian. I can say stuff.
I feel like people won't care.
Okay.
It's not like you're saying anything bad about Asians here.
I don't
But
know, man. So it's like what 2022. People are
yeah,
gonna get offended somehow.
yeah. I mean, they'll probably get offended regardless. But no, yeah. I think calorie consumption is like the hardest part. Definitely
Yeah,
for me.
calorie consumption to like match what you're putting out.
Like martial arts. I mean, it's fine if you're losing weight, if you're trying to lose weight, but if you're like a lean guy like
Yeah.
me, then it's like it fucking sucks ass. You're eating like 3,000 calories a day, and you're only like a height of like 5'8".
I'm struggling to eat like 5,000 right now, and it's bad.
Dude,
Like when I live with my parents, I barely ate even 1,000.
dude, yeah. I mean, it was easier when I was with my parents just because like free food. I
Free
just ate
food.
as much as I fucking wanted to. Now I like have to actually cook and shit.
Yeah,
That's
what
the
are some
struggle.
examples that you would say for somebody who's lifting and doing martial arts the wrong way?
Uh, like you're just doing stuff that's counterintuitive. Like honestly, when I was doing lifting and martial arts, I would barely do leg days, just because our legs would be destroyed
Mm,
by each night we would be working out. So it's like, why are you working your legs out twice? You're gonna be fucking Chun Li here in a second, and your
that's
upper
why.
body's all small, you know. But
Dude, Chun-Li
or,
has
or
like
like,
the biggest legs in
dude, I know,
proportion
right?
to like everybody else. Like I want Chun-Li's legs, bro.
Yeah, right. Dude, imagine getting kicked by those legs.
I'd
That's
be
like
happy.
maybe once, like just like you're training, like whatever you're training, just don't overtrain that part.
Just don't call me
Just go
down bad, but
go
like
less.
I get
Yeah,
kicked by Chun-Li.
dude, same. I'd say go less on whatever
Yeah,
you're training pretty much every. Because I was going every day to train, so that's
I
like
wouldn't say
that's like five
half-ass them.
leg days Yeah, don't half-ass a workout either.
But yeah, no, you had a good point. Like if you're overdoing multiple things at once, you're not gonna develop,
Yeah, it's also
especially if
fucking
you don't have the
hard
right
shit.
fuel.
I would also do like more compound stuff because if you just
Mm,
do isolation shit, I don't think it's like if you want it to benefit your martial arts, I don't think it's gonna benefit it too much.
not too much. Well, that's
Do
if
do bench
you're
and
not doing it
deads.
for like a certain goal, you know?
Yeah, right.
Like when you're bench pressing, it's all your pressing muscles working together
Yeah,
to
it's
get that
basically like
up.
doing two punches.
Yeah.
Think of it like that. That's
And
how
you
I
don't
used
have
to
a
think of
barbell,
it.
you're just double fisting something.
Yeah, right.
But like, I don't know. I'd really like isolation work in terms of hypertrophy because,
Same.
mass.
Yeah, it's just fun to do at the end. But I
Yeah.
you I don't like focusing on it. And it
Yeah.
does make a difference like in besides doing compounds if you just want your biceps to look bigger. Just doing a shitload of curls.
If you're doing katas and pumse or like any forms and you look
Yeah.
massive doing it, I mean, you're gonna look good. It's okay.
Yeah, I mean, you're going to get tens from the judges all around. 9.5, 9.5.
Tens for aesthetics, even if you're doing the form wrong.
Yeah, right.
It's
Dude,
funny
some
though. I've never seen a ripped and buff martial artist like
nah,
except in
it's
some UFC
it's because it's
matches.
fucking hard, dude.
I know.
That hit training and that calorie consumption and weightlifting. It's like fucking, it's literally almost impossible. Like, I didn't start bulking until I periodized my training a little bit. I like took a little break from martial arts for like a couple months and just lifted heavy as shit and just ate a bunch. And
Yeah.
that's when like my mass kind of exploded a little bit more. But if I was doing martial arts with that, I'd be at like 3,500 calories a fucking day instead of 3,000.
Kind of like the hardest part for me right now is to get enough where I can be at a decent weight for sumo wrestling, and then I'm gonna maintain that for maybe like 2, 3 years competing in sumo, and then I'm gonna switch to judo.
Judo, nice. I want to get into judo,
Dude, there's no judo schools around me, and I kind of
dude.
hate it.
I just have no money to do it training right now.
But I am planning to move over to California for a bit to learn kung fu,
Nice. You gonna
the
learn some Jeet
specific one.
Kune Do.
Nah, man, that's bullshit.
Go to
But
San
going back to
Francisco.
bullshido, like I don't think learning Jeet Kune Do is gonna help, you know.
Yeah,
But
it's
I
all
do feel
striking.
like, yeah, dude, it's just striking without any rules, you know.
Yeah, it's like it's
You're just
basically
using
Krav
the
Maga.
best way to use your own body. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's exactly it. It's like intense Krav Maga. And hang on, just answer me this: why do all the Krav Maga masters that I've seen, most of them are out of shape?
Dude, I don't. Dude, that's like every martial art. That's kung fu. That's karate. That's taekwondo. That's
True.
fucking.
Anything that's like catered towards kids or like sort of
Yeah,
like
dude, they're all
catered
fat
towards like
fucks.
self defense.
I'll say like 70% of these guys are fucking fat asses. And I don't even know if they have any training experience. I went to a karate school down here
Hmm.
for somebody. I was like, yeah, sure, I'll go to your karate school because they did karate too.
Yeah.
Dude, dude, the humanity. The master was like ginormous, dude. I mean,
Oh shit.
he was actually pretty, like, him throwing a sidekick. I was like, all right, I can see you actually knowing some stuff maybe back in the
Yeah.
day. But it's like, dude, you're huge. Why you let yourself go, dude? You know,
Yeah.
that's not really Bushido either. Know what I mean?
Yeah. You can't let yourself go. That's not Bushido.
Yeah, it's
That's
not.
not very Bushido of you.
No, it's not. You know, you gotta look the part, man.
You gotta look as if you've already pushed your body to its absolute limit and you keep on doing it.
Yeah, I mean,
Like
you should do
there's a
that.
70-year-old judo master from like Korea or something. I got it from like Red Dragon Diaries or something. But he is strong.
Yeah, right.
Yeah,
Is
he's
this the
70
guy
years
who
old.
nobody could flip him?
No,
That
no, that's
video?
that's the founder, I think.
Oh,
That's the founder of judo. But this is like just this Korean dude, and he's just going ham on the training. Like he can do the ab rollers
yeah,
like nobody's business, and that's a way
dang.
impressive for a
He was
guy that's
doing a
70.
Jackie Chan ab roller.
Oh yeah, Jackie Chan ab roller, and like he had this monkey bar contraption, but instead of monkey bars, it's like ropes hanging from the ceiling, and
Right.
like he just went like across the entire dojo. Like, dang, that man's conditioned, and he's old as fuck, and I want to be that way.
Yeah, same. Like I don't get these martial artists who let themselves go.
Yeah, I
It's
mean,
like,
if they
dude,
have the skills to back it up, then they're obviously doing
yeah,
something
but
right. But
I feel like if you let
it's
your
also
like even me, dude, after having COVID, like I just feel like all my flexibility went down, my strength went down,
yeah, yeah,
my
one hundred
kicks
percent.
went down. It's like, dude, that's like me not doing it for like a couple months.
Yeah,
So what about these guys who aren't doing it for like years, and they're just getting fat? I, there's your skills go down, man, and then you have to
yeah.
be that guy that says, "Oh, I used to be a seventh degree black belt. Or I'm a seventh degree black belt," and you're like, "All right, Grandpa, break a leg
I
out
think
there."
there will always be somebody who the higher you get up there in ranking, like obviously you're gonna get a lot older, but there's gonna be a point where you can't, I don't know, represent the martial art that you're doing accurately
Right.
once you get to a certain age.
Oh yeah, of course.
Because like even my
These guys
guys
are like
ask, they
50.
have good memory.
It's like, dude, 50. I think you should still be like at least lean, even
Yeah,
40.
like
So,
middle ages. That's like 40, 50, right?
yeah, you should still be at least lean. You know, able to do like if you're doing it, dude. Bill Superfoot. You ever hear of this guy?
But,
He,
oh shoot, Superfoot Wallace.
yeah, he's 70. I
Yeah,
met him before.
yeah.
I did a performance for him.
No
Yeah,
way, you
yeah,
met Bill,
yeah. I met him. Yeah, I have a picture. I can send it. I was an orange belt too, and I fucking met
dude.
him.
Yeah, send it, send it.
Yeah, I'll send it to you on Instagram. And I met him, dude. The guy can still do the splits, dude, and he's like 70.
It's like John
So,
Claude Van Damme.
dude, it's like, yeah, I don't want to hear anything from anybody else when this 7-year-old dude is doing the splits and he's still good shape. Good, like he's old, but he's in all right. You know, he's in good shape.
Yeah.
Yeah, I met him up in New Hampshire. It's fucking, it
Hampshire.
was one
That's
of
where
the,
he. That's where he is now.
No, I think he was just visiting there.
Ah, fuck.
Yeah,
I
my
want to meet Bill.
did he go
Dude, as
to?
a Taekwondo guy,
Yeah, right,
I would love to meet Bill, who's like a master at kicks. There's a reason why
dude.
he's called the Superfoot, dude.
Yeah, right. His foot is fast as fuck.
Apparently, there was like a science,
He told me he's basically like, because I was trying to figure out a hook kick at the time because I
yeah,
was really green, and he
yeah.
was like, just do a sloppy side kick.
And it
So
worked.
yeah, I mean, it's not wrong. It's just a side kick you do really badly. Just kind of slap your butt. Yeah, I've met him. I've seen Fumio Demura, who's like the double for Mr. Miyagi in the Karate Kid movies. He's been at the
Ah,
national karate championships. I think those are the only two really big guys I've met.
the Japanese stunt double.
Yeah.
He does not look like Miyagi at all. I'm looking
Dude,
at
dude,
him.
they put a shitload of makeup on him, I'll tell you that. They like put a
Wait,
whole
but he
wig and
holds
shit,
a ninth dan and Shitoryu?
I guess.
That's good.
Yeah. It's like Shotokan and Goju mixed together. I don't remember. It's either one of those I think it's
The
Shitaru.
I think the ancestor arts, according to Wikipedia, are Shurite, Nahate, and Gokenki influence.
Ah,
And I think the first two were the original schools of karate, I think.
makes sense.
Yeah.
I know up to Shotokan. And I
We
know
gotta
a
go back
couple
in
of
time.
the ancestor or the descendant schools. That's about it.
Yeah, like Taekwondo. The bastard child.
Yeah, you guys are
The,
fun. I've met a lot of Taekwondo people. You guys are usually pretty cool.
I don't
And
know.
you
I just don't
usually
like.
know more than people think you know. Especially if you come from a good school. If you come from a shit school, then yeah,
Yeah.
obviously. But like you guys usually know how to strike if you're in a good school. Like that's obviously like your master knows is like something that isn't really trained in Taekwondo a lot. So they'll put like boxing in or something.
Yeah. I mean, that's gonna be a common thing. If you don't think that something is like enough, you're gonna supplement it with something else. You know.
Right. Yeah. Like karate
Like
is
I
really
started
conditioning, but they don't do hooks, so I just throw hooks on the back.
as a hobby. I kind of like figure that Taekwondo by itself, like in its current curriculum, is not enough.
Yeah.
So I went back in time and I was like, okay, let's study Shotokan stuff. And so I followed this karate guy on YouTube, and then I bought his subscription to it's called Kuro Obi World Black Belt like stuff, and it was
Right.
good. Like I learned a lot from there.
Nice.
And then
So basically, you're a Shotokan practitioner too. Look at
haha,
that. Hey, two
dude,
peas in a
multiple
pod.
things. Look at that. We're
It is the best style. I ain't gonna lie.
Shotokan.
I don't know.
I don't know.
It's all right. It has the best looking forms. I'll say that.
That's true. Shotokan
Dude,
definitely
Unsu
goes hard.
is beautiful.
Yeah, have you seen those three Olympic dudes and just like
Probably
they're synchronized doing Unsu? It's
I
good.
probably have. Yeah, that's the kata I do is Unsu. It's the highest one.
No way.
Yes, Unsu is the highest level Shotokan kata.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what I did to get my black belt too.
Yeah,
It was my best Unsu ever, to be honest.
that was good.
Yeah, I've done it in a
You guys should
tournament.
do
I've
that.
done it in a couple of tournaments too.
Yeah. You gotta wear your uniform and then you gotta just perform it on the Instagram or something.
Sure.
Get a
Or
good
get a
view, a
wood
good
floor
location,
somewhere.
everything.
Yeah,
I mean,
or like grass. I don't know.
but like other than going back in time and studying the Japanese portion, I also went in time and went, oh shoot, let's go and learn the original Taekwondo,
Nice,
Taekyon, and that's like standing foot grappling,
nice.
and it is crazy.
You like grabbing people by the neck with your leg. Shit,
Yeah,
that's sick.
or like blocking everything with your leg, like you're doing cartwheels and shit. It looks acrobatic, but
Fucking
then you
cartwheel
look at it and
kicks.
it's like, wait a minute, these are good.
I could use some of this.
Yeah, I was like, this looks a lot like if we removed all the hand techniques from from
To
Taekwondo,
remove every
if
hand
that's
technique.
remove every hand technique, and then you have all these free form katas, no belt rankings whatsoever.
Right.
Apparently, Taekwondo back in the day was like football in America.
Really. It was like
Yeah,
just
but
like
like for the
everybody
Koreans.
liked it.
Yeah,
Watch it.
everybody liked it. Everybody did it. Everybody competed in it. There was music in it too, and people just kick
Nice.
the shit out of each other.
Dude, that's great. Should get some of that going here.
Oh yeah,
The thing is, it's too like oversaturated with bullshido is the problem.
yeah.
So I don't know. I don't know. And complaining people appealing fucking third place trophies and shit to get first place trophies. It's a
Corrupt
nightmare.
judges, bro.
Yeah, it's a nightmare in the martial arts over here.
That's why I kind of like. I only like full contact or like knockout, like allowed stuff. Like if you're gonna
Yeah.
disallow, like if you're gonna discontinue knockouts, then I mean like I'm probably gonna not watch
Yeah, right.
it.
It's either knockout or quit
Exactly.
or submit, you know, or point. Like you win
Point.
with not point, but like decision, you know, like how boxing does it. Even that's kind of eh.
I feel like point sparring is okay to teach within a school,
Yeah,
but
it's
you
okay
shouldn't
to
hold a
get
meeting about it.
started with like learning how to go in and out and like
Yeah.
footwork and going around your opponent a lot, like kind of guerrilla warfaring him.
Yeah.
But
When you told me this, as I was like, okay, yeah, it is practical enough to get used to footwork and stuff
yeah,
like that.
it's practical to a point,
Yeah.
and then it becomes silly when you start like trying to simulate an actual fight scenario with it. It's like, oh,
Yeah.
I got you first, and then it just becomes a game of tag.
Speaking of simulating actual fight scenarios, I hate one-step sparring.
Dude,
You
I've
know what that
never
is?
even done that.
Dude, it's bad. So like you get one guy, and you are across from each other, and you're like a fist distance away,
Yeah,
and then he punches, and then he stands there, stands still after he punches, and you just do whatever.
that's so weird. I think if we did that. We called it call sparring though, and we wouldn't say where we're going to train reaction time. So we would just say what we're gonna do though. We'd say like roundhouse kick, but we wouldn't. We would wait. We'd fake a little bit and then we'd go to get the guy to. It's like the most beginning level of sparring though. It's usually for kids, just to train a reaction time and train like that block when you see that move coming, pretty much. But
One of the
it wasn't as bad as that. Like we didn't. The guy just didn't stand there. Like if you're slow enough, you're gonna get kicked. You're gonna run into a kick or something. But
one of the days that I was preparing to become an instructor for Taekwondo, I wanted to compare myself to other martial arts schools' teachings. So I went to this school in Richmond Hill, right?
right,
And then it was a Tang Soo Do school, so they pride
Korean
themselves on
style.
being like the Korean style karate, you know.
Yeah,
And so I was sitting in, and I just told the guy, "Hey, look, I'm here to, just watch class because I know one of my friends goes here." And apparently, he wasn't there at the time. So the master was like, "Oh yeah, just come in and participate in class. Do you have your uniform with you?" And I was like, "Yeah, I do. It's in the car." And so I went in there, grabbed my uniform, and I changed into class just started, and apparently it was a sparring class, right?
mm,
And so I was there. I put on my uniform, and like they gave me the gear because I guess they wanted me to fight with the kids. I did not fight with the kids. I fought with the adults. But
nice,
they pride themselves
nice.
a lot on being generalists, and so they had a lot of time, or they had a lot of trouble taking the time to deal with a guy that only does kicks.
Right. They're like, what the fuck is this fluttering sidekick coming at me? How do I get around this?
Dude, I was faking them out with my lead leg, and it was easy. And like I
You're
feel
like
like
you're like pitching for a front kick and turn it to a roundhouse kick when they
yeah.
try and catch it.
And I was like, I was faking in the middle, and then I did a switch to a high low roundhouse.
Oh yeah,
And
nice,
then when they were trying to like figure that out, I just went around and used the same leg to do a hook kick,
nice.
and I changed that hook
Oh,
kick
dude,
into a
hook
side kick.
kick probably like freaked them out, dude.
Yeah, they were like, "Dude, what was that?" And I'm like, it's the flamingo posture."
You be flamingo.
Yeah, I mean, I guess Taekwondo does have its good points, but
Yeah,
when you're up
definitely
against
has
guys
good
that pride
kicks.
themselves on being able to deal with everything, they can't deal with one thing that's really good.
Yeah, it's hard. Yeah,
I feel like eventually, if I did fight them more, then eventually be able to deal with it,
Yeah.
and it'll be harder
Dude.
for me because I have to watch out for more stuff.
Right. Like hands and stuff.
Yeah, I don't like hands, man.
Yeah, no,
That's
I
why
mean,
boxing
I
scares me.
think my hands are better than my legs, I'm gonna be honest.
I mean, that's probably one of the reasons why I'm kind of scared of going into sumo tournaments because I don't want to get smacked in the face, but I got to do it anyway.
Do they slap each other in the sumo tournaments?
Oh yeah,
Nice.
there's a guy named Sean that I went to. He was like a high 200s, maybe almost 300-pound dude. He was a muscle mass of man, and he just slapped and you know crushed people's faces with his palms.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll
There
leave that
was
to you,
a.
man. I'm good on that.
It's okay, man. You probably won't have to beat a guy named Sean later. You can fight a guy named McLeod or something like that, and he's actually pretty good.
McLeod.
McLeod. There's a guy named McLeod in there. He's 5'5", but god damn, he's fast and he beats the bigger guys. Like
Nice.
I did not want to fight against McLeod.
I definitely don't. I don't want to do any sumo. Fuck that. I'm good.
Yeah, man. Ah,
I'm
man.
good. I don't
Dude,
need
don't
to eat
knock it till you try
10,000
it, man.
calories a day. I'll try it. I'll try it. I'm not gonna compete in it though. I'm not gonna train for it. But I'll try
Ah,
it.
man. When we open up a dojo together, you're gonna come over here and I'll make you put on a washi.
Oh god. Please no. Gonna put on a big old diaper.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, it's gonna be a diaper too if I face one of those guys. Shit my pants.
I almost did. I was trying to hold in my shit the entire tournament.
Dude, honestly, have
Sad.
you gotten that a lot at tournaments where you just need to take a giant dump like right before you're on? It's like the nerves
Yeah,
coming in.
only the nerves. Yeah,
Yeah.
I think I was used to it at the time, but like I can definitely feel it still there.
Yeah. It's just like, dude, I need to take a giant dump right now. I don't know why. I always have that feeling.
That's why I
Yeah.
kind of like make sure I don't eat any breakfast when I go to a
Yeah.
tournament.
Then I'm so tired then. Like I have no carbs to like fuel me.
Yeah, I just have pre-workout with me.
Maybe if I have
The
oh
caffeine
dude,
will
that's
keep me
smart.
awake.
I didn't even do any caffeine stimulant ever when I was training. I should have, but I never did.
Dude, from now on, I'm gonna. Okay, actually, you know what? I can't say this on air.
Why?
Dude, they're gonna, some people are gonna steal my secrets, man.
Okay, I
Like,
gotcha.
but
Just snort
I'll
some
give you as a
pre-workout.
hint. I'll
That's
give
weird.
you as a hint. I will bring something to drink every tournament. Okay. And then I will take some painkillers.
Wink, wink. Oh, what?
I'm just kidding about that, but like that's probably illegal. I feel like it
What's
is. So
illegal?
frowned upon. Painkillers.
Painkillers?
Yeah.
I don't
Like
think so. People take ibuprofen all the time after
okay.
tournaments. Yeah.
I'm gonna inject myself with test boosters.
Just have
For
morphine, a morphine drip bag.
dude, I'm
It's
gonna
like, dude, you've seen Drunken Master? Have you seen
dude
fucking
drunken
Opium
master.
Master?
Good. Opium.
That's how you do it, man. You won't
Dude,
feel
that's
anything.
right. Dude, I would not fight against a guy that's hyped up on cocaine. He's probably like the most apex predator
Dude.
on the planet.
Yeah, right. Dude, he's probably the fastest animal there. Fucking jumping up 20 feet in the air or some shit.
The only way I'd beat somebody like that is if I had like a glass of milk and I made him drink it.
Why?
Apparently, milk helps you alleviate the symptoms of like
Co-
being on drugs.
really?
Yeah,
Oh, wow, just like Minecraft, dude. Drink some milk.
that's
Get some.
exactly. I think that's where they got it from.
Is it?
Yeah,
That's weird,
I
man.
feel like that's what it is.
That was just like a thing.
Yeah.
Alright, well, it's 1:15. Let's cut it here.
Okay.
At least we have more topics to talk about
Dude, we have a lot more stuff. I
in
guess I'll
the
see you next week.
next week. Yeah. All right.
All right. Peace.
Signing off.